Be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk. And beyond. That's including the ice wall, baby. We're back at it, baby. Come on with it. If one thing we all adore, something we're dying for. There's nothing but pain. We stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame. Yup. Come on with it. Stand tall. Or not at all. Come on. Mama said there'll be days lit just like this. Be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. No San Fran audio, by the way. Come on with it. All right. All right. Happy Saturday to you. You. And you. Come on. Five, 4, 3, 2. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Come on with it.
Read it, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
What more do you want from me?
What should I say? I am.
And 1. All right. All right. All right. So there was a big storm last night, and it knocked out half of my stuff over here. So I'm in my Studio B. But shout out to Studio B. I think Studio B is okay. So it's a little different. So you may see things a little bit different. I don't have all of my bells and whistles, but I do have my soundboard, you know. So appreciate all of that. But I want to get into the conversational piece of what we had with the coaching staff just yesterday. Not to give out too much information, but I'm going to tell you guys, first and foremost, this particular organization is looking for an explosive player. They're looking for a difference maker, a playmaker. The plays are going to be different. Got a chance to talk with their head coach, got a chance to talk to Steve Simcoe, got a chance to talk to Connor Riley. Clayton Adams didn't get a chance to go into details with him, but there'll be more and more things. But I did got a chance to hear Junior Adams. He's the new wide receiver coach. And that video will be circulating in a few. But what we want to get at, ladies and gentlemen, is why did they pick up Joe Milton? I think that alleviates some of the pains that we may have had if we go into this draft and utilize a draft pick for a quarterback. Why not get somebody like a Joe Milton who got a strong arm, got a strong upside, is super uber athletic, and can do crazy things for you? Yeah, the storm up here in the northeast coast. Now, shout out to you guys. Appreciate you so much for tuning in. So, with that being said, if your team don't have trophies like this, what I have in my background, I don't want to hear you talking noise, you know, because at the end of the day, we giving y'all 30 years, 30 seasons to catch up, and we still waiting on them to catch up, right? Come on, Cowboy Nation. Come on, stand tall with it, baby. Y'all know how this goes. Come on with it. What up? Come on with it. Let the room fill up. We got to get at least 100 folks in here. Come on with it. Got to get at least 100 folks up in here. Come on with it. Shoot. Yeah. Where y'all at? Wake up. It's Saturday. Yeah. Come on with it. Time to add another trophy back there. Yeah, I'm running out of room, right? And we need to figure out a way to add one more, or at least one more trophy. Excuse me, I'm greedy. At least 5 more trophies up there. We need to figure it out, right? But with that being said, here's what I got from our interactions with everything. You know, the KP the Paul kid that ran a 4.27. They love him. They absolutely love what he brings to the table. They love his speed. That's why we was there for the Dallas Day, is to check out KP. The kid ran a 4.27. He's quick. He's elusive. He can play with whether it's inside or outside. I think that if you look at speed, that's one thing that hey, that's a God-given talent with his speed or what have you. And I can't wait. Shout out to you, Timothy. Thank you for jumping in. And that speed right there is what brings attention. We know that we're going to have to find that replacement aspect of it from the versions of a J-Luke, right? We know that we are razor blade thin at DB, right? Because outside of Deron Bland, yes, we can talk about hopes and promises of my guy Joshua Butler, or we can talk about our hopes and promises of him returning back to this team in good formats and in good shape and all of these things. And we got not body to body, but we got bone to bone, skin to skin on my guy Trayvon Diggs. So we got to wait, man, to see whether or not what he's going to do collectively, and we got to get things going the best way possible. Alto states that, Law, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm sipping and finna go to sleep after tuning in here. I worked overnight. Baby, appreciate you. Yes, indeed. Kendall Paul is the person that I'm referring to. And he got an interview or video on my guy J Tuck page. And shout out to 2 Live Craig, who pretty much set up everything for us in this particular venue. And I appreciate everything. I wish I can, if I had my studio together at my other location, I would have been able to show y'all some clips and things of that nature. But due to the fact that I'm in my studio B, I don't have it here. But we can get the things rolling. Appreciate you. Thank you, Corey, and appreciate you, Chris. But let's listen to some audio on Joe Milton before
But this is one of the things I like, is because the Cowboys said, hey, we're going to get a young quarterback, probably going to draft a quarterback, and you've gone ahead and done that. And right. Joe Milton, to me, for a 5th-round pick, and I know it's not quite equivalent to that because...
Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear audio? Can you put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear my guys on 105.3 The Fan audio? Can y'all hear that? Let me know if y'all can hear that before I play it any further. How about MP? We're going to get to it, It's a lot of information today. There's no need to rush it, right? We don't have to rush it right now, Okay, y'all can hear it. Come on, let's go. Let's listen to it. Appreciate y'all so much, man. Like I said, I love y'all to the moon and back.
The 7th coming back, I feel good about. He was a 6th-round pick last year. He turned some heads in training camp. I've talked about this. At the beginning stages of training camp, there were multiple Patriots beat reporters that were like, if you didn't know their names, you would think Joe Milton was the number 3 pick and Drake May was the 6th rounder. And clearly they're going to start Drake May, and we all understand why. So I like this move, and I like to see what he could eventually turn into.
Go check out the tweet Dave Hellman posted about 50 minutes ago.
Okay.
And he says Joe Milton had one of the wildest throws of the season on a snap that was ultimately called back. And remember that one where Joe Milton ran around for about 10 minutes and then threw a touchdown, a dart. And it was amazing to see that. And again, like Choppy said, on the move, you want him on the move.
I agree.
In the pocket, he will chuck one and he can throw it deep. He has some good, from what I've seen, what I've watched of him, he has good feel in the pocket, knows when to get away and can get away.
Yes, indeed. Philadelphia says them trophies look a little dusty. No, we wiped them off. They shiny. They shiny. They shiny behind me. What you talking about? And at the end of the day, hey, we still waiting for y'all to catch up. That's the end of the day. We waiting for you guys to catch up. And that's right, Cowboy Nation. Yeah. Ours may be old. Ours may be old, but we ready. Y'all get them likes up, man. Shout out to my guy that's in the chat. Come on with it.
That's a positive thing. The throws, you don't know what to expect.
Look, you're gonna have to eat some of these throws and be like, the hell was that, Corey?
Well, not if he doesn't play. If Dak's starting and Dak's healthy, he doesn't have to worry about it.
But I mean, even in training camp, I guarantee you will report on a throw or two in training camp where you're like, I don't know what that was.
So here's my notion of Milton. I can't wait to get out there to Oxnard so I can see him throw a 95-yarder. You know, I never seen that before. 95 yards? That's crazy, you know. 95 yards, man. Hey, them trophies, they don't blow them off and then wipe them down. Come on with it. Yeah, but if your team don't have more than these, even though they old, you know, I don't think no expiration date is on them. You can't talk right now. Come on with it. Someone said my name 3 times. Jerry, come on with it. You know, terrified of 95. Come on with it. We live like it. We'll see Milton start at least 4 games. Here's my truth with Milton. And I truly think that when you look at everything from A to Z, you need a camp arm too, and you need somebody with the ability to really give true evaluations of your wide receivers, especially if you're looking for deeper routes, and I think that you can get that now when you look down the line. You know, you can't sit at the same table as us, bro. Hey, that's right. You got it. Come on with it. Yes, indeed. It's all good. All right, so the Micah
probably
Parsons
starving for an understanding.
The Micah Parsons thing, I don't know why that played so prematurely, but the Micah Parsons thing, what's at play with this is that I think that they're looking for a slow news day, kind of like today right now, real slow, ultra slow, what have you. And they may get some type of news or announcement. If not, we got, 3 more weeks before the draft is here. And of course, there are a few things that we could move around to go ahead and sign Parsons' deal. But you got to understand, Jerry is Jerry. He's not a billionaire by mistake. He didn't hit his toe on the edge of a coffee table and say, okay, I'm suing. And he got that billions of dollars. No, he's calculated to a degree. And it's going to be something just like that. And, you know, Philadelphia, we can't use 1948s and 1949s, man. People that look like me didn't even have a right to sit on the front of the bus. So no, we can't use that, man. There wasn't even no brothers in the league during that time frame, man. Sure, you talking about winning some championships when the league wasn't even competitive. Nah, every time we talk about the Eagles brings up, hey man, in 1912, you know, we won a Super Bowl. No. That was against a bunch of people that's not athletic. That don't count. Come on with it. Yeah. We talk about super in a bowl. We ain't talking about them things that they just gave away. I think in one year during those time frames that the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Eagles was the same team. So come on, man. Come on with it, bro. Come on. We ain't worried about those 1911 people were pledging coming out as their first Greek organizations and stuff, man. Come on, man. We talking about real Super Bowls. Come on, baby. Man, my people were singing, realize, thank God Almighty. Come on, man. Them trophies don't count, man. Come on, man. When were the real talent, man? When the league was real. You know, come on, bring that up. Yeah, 1948, my people trying to march, you know what I'm saying, to get rights. World War rings. Them Eagle fans, boy. Boy, shoot. Yeah. Was it called the Super Bowl, Philadelphia? Was it called the Super Bowl? Just my Philadelphia said we won in the 60s. Well, what happened to Dr. Martin Luther King in the 60s? Come on with it. Brother talking about leather helmets, man. My people talking about free lives, you know, non-violence. My people out here trying to win the other war. Y'all talking about football. Come on. Yeah. Talking about in the 30s and the 40s. Come on, man. Leather helmets and everything. but neither here nor there. Shout out to the Eagles for getting 2 Super Bowl rings, by the way. It makes our division look very, very good when everybody have multiple rings. But it's time for us to sit back and get things going over here on our sides of things, because still in the NFC East, if you can't produce no picture like this, then hey, what we talking about? What we talking about? You got us. Black people were still fighting the right to vote. Yeah. Damn. The Jim Thorpe's trophies, yeah. They talk about winning the Super Bowl ring when everybody ran like a 5.25. What's your 40 time? 5.25, dog. Yeah, nobody ran a 4.5. Nobody ran a 4.3s, 4.4s, man. When the Eagles talking about winning their Super Bowl, man, come on, man, come on. Pass interference game, come on. Damn helmets didn't even have patents, yeah. But neither here nor there. Micah Parsons' contract situation. Let's listen to this right quick.
I don't understand the comments, Jerry.
The agent is not a factor here, and I don't know his name.
This isn't anything new for the Dallas Cowboys. This is how they always handle business. Hey, we're going to go promise you America's team and the brand, and you're going to be talked about. You're going to be set up for success after football, whatever you want to do. I get that, but he also tries to just wait as long as humanly possible because he has pockets that do not end with money, and I just don't get it.
Yeah. Pose. Eagles got sprayed. Hold up. Eagles got sprayed with a water hose for winning it. Jeez, God, dog. Yeah, come on with it. Trying to count those world championships with 8 teams playing. Come on with it, man.
Nobody does it better. They can come closer than close. Yeah.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like it.
Yeah, boy. Antron said, Dr. Reverend Law Nation, Luther King. Come on with it. Boy, y'all know I'm crazy. Come on with it.
If you're listening to this, you're probably starving for an understanding and an answer. But unfortunately, this is the answer. That this is just how Dallas does business. And we all have to live with it, and it can be annoying. I'm sure it's frustrating for the players, irritating for the fans. But the reality is the Dallas Cowboys are never in a hurry, and they're fine with it. We know where the number's going to be. He's going to be the highest paid non-quarterback. It's going to be above Jamar Chase.
So she's so right to a degree with all of our star-studded players. The Cowboys like to stretch and pull and stretch, and they try to get these things going in that particular factor because of the fact that the more you talk about it. See, we know our problems. We know. Look, Philadelphia. We know what we got to go up against. You know. You see how all of the stuff we got to go up against? We got Jerry versus Steven, Steven versus Jerry, Jerry versus the media, Jerry versus Roger Goodell and them. You know, we got all of those things, right? For 30 years, 30 seasons, we know our shortcomings comes from above. As above, so below. So what we got to do is collectively win in spite of the fact that this front office do these type of things. And you guys don't have to worry about that, or 31 other teams, ladies and gentlemen, don't have to worry about that, but we do, you know. So it is more difficult to be a Cowboy fan than any other fan in the National Football League because of the fact that, yeah, we get spit upon, cast aspersions with. And, Jerry, I see you in the chat. You get what I'm saying, right? You know you got to make clicks for headlines. And on top of that, the NFL League, you are the only person that won against the NFL in 19 of 96. You betted against it, and you won. And, hey, everybody should be thanking Jerry outside of spitting upon Jerry, because if not, the league would have had nothing but Rydell helmets, right? Now we can see the Nike brand. Now we can see Reebok. We can see personalized branding, Pepsi. You got Sprite and all of these other things. That's because of Jerry. Yeah. Yeah, so it is for what it is. So one of the things that you got to understand, that it is for what it is, that it's more than just football with the Dallas Cowboys, right? We're a political statement. We're a marketing franchise. We get everybody's best, so that's for what it is. But neither here nor there. Any normal team would have figured out a way to pay Micah Parsons the year before, right? Any normal team would have figured out ways not to stretch and pull these contract negotiations through the mud when you're going to sign the person anyway, right? So those are things that I have to explain to everyone. The offensive line, got a chance to talk to Connor Riley. I think that Connor Riley is going to be so much different than what we've seen out of Mike Solari, Yeah. Graham says the NFL hate Jerry, reason why we haven't won in 30 years. Well, in 30 years and 30 seasons, we've been the most penalized team, right? But I don't want to get into other details of it. But shout out to Jerry Jones in the NFL, though, Boy, we looking at these billion-dollar stadiums. You got to thank him for that, But neither here nor there. The Dallas Cowboys, offensive line. They picked up a kid, Sadiq Charles, who's pretty much was considering retirement, got up out of there, and they worked him out. If you look at his statue, 6'3.5", 330-ish, give or take. And if you look at Robert Jones, 6'3", 6'4.5", 330-ish, right? So what we're bringing in is bigger bodies, able bodies, someone that we can get out into these counter zones and traps, and we're gonna run the ball. We're gonna run the ball to open up the pass. But in order to do that, you got to find a running back. Well, there are news that's been trickling throughout the NFL about one guy by the name of Omarion, not the dancer, but Hampton. I think that he's climbing up in his charts, and it states here, I don't have the ability to, let me see if I can probably finagle this. Hold on, y'all bear with me. Maybe I can put it up there. And give me 1 second here. Like I said, I'm in my other studio, so I don't have all of the bells and whistles. So come on with it. But y'all can see that down there, right? My guy, Jordan Schultz, he states, let me see, boom, hold on, I got some more news. Okay, Dak showing love. Okay, I'm going to reshare this. Hold on, bear with me. Okay. North Carolina running back Omarion Hampton continued to skyrocket up the draft boards. One executive spoke with compared him to Ashton Genty, to the Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs class, saying both will go very early. Hampton, who's been loaded for the combinations of vision and balance and toughness, visit the Cowboys on Friday. All I can say is there was somebody else there visiting with the Cowboys on Friday. That's all I would say. All right. He also had several other visits lined up following a series of private workouts already completed. And that's my guy, Jordan Schultz. Here's what I got for you all. I don't mind an Ashton Genty or an Omarion Hampton or a Martinez out of this draft, or Jordan James Jordan, or however you said his name, or, to a degree, Quinshon Judkins. I don't mind a Travion Henderson. I don't mind any of these running backs. Sampson, was it Dylan Sampson? I don't mind none of these. Tut, we had Tut in the building, right? And I ain't talking about Tarantino. You know, I'm talking about the running back, Tutton. I don't mind none of these guys. The philosophy and the principle is what we're looking for. And check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Judkins did visit as well. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the day, we got Miles Sanders. We got this Javonte Williams kid. When you start, and then we got Deuce Vaughn. When I got a chance to talk with my guy Connor Riley, I said, hey, man, what you think about DJ Giddens? And he was like, yeah, that's my guy. Oh, my gosh, he glue all up in the face. And there's going to be some true, real battles in the war room for the player that they want. You got us, the poet says, Killer Fifth, if you really about that life, send in a super chat. In the meantime, come polish these off for me. Come on. She said, go ahead and polish them off for you. That's what I'm talking about, you got us. Yeah.
Sacrifice.
Start with the tip, though. Pause if necessary. Yeah. Start with the tip, man. Come on with it. And appreciate you. Thank you so much for that super chat. You got us. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let me give you a horn for that. Come on with it. Yes, indeed. Tombstone Jones says Deuce is a bust, man. When you drafted in the later rounds, it's impossible to be a bust. You know, it's impossible to be a bust. When you are drafted in the later rounds, it's impossible for you to be a bust. You just didn't get your time yet, you know. But if you drafted in the early round, like your first or second pick, then you can bust, you know. Yeah. But if you later rounds, man, you know, you're 5'5", 165 pounds or what have you, and it's just for what it is. I think that Deuce will have his chance. If anybody knows him, will be Connor Riley that can get him in the right spots. Keep in mind, and this is my only thing that I'm gonna put up out there for all of you all. And you can take it with a grain of salt because that's how much I'm taking this right now. Deuce Vaughn, out of college, and his collegiate stats, they were right there. And hey, shank me with the butter knife if you may, please, right? But I'm just calling this out. They were right there with Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson, right? So just because, you know, a certain player didn't perform up to the level that we want them to in the first two seasons, don't mean that now all of a sudden they can't hit something. All I can say is, if you never had a handgun and you used to the knife, and I give you the handgun, doesn't mean that just because you got the gun, you know how to shoot it, right? So you got to know how to utilize and use your weapons. And trust me, the Dallas Cowboys been voided of using any running back in the last 4 or 5 years. We can literally argue that the Cowboys literally had the same setup that we just seen Detroit Lions have, right? A power back in Jahmyr Gibbs, right? They had the power back in Jahmyr. What was the power back over there for the Lions? What's his name? Montgomery. What was his name? Was it Montgomery? They had that. The Cowboys had Zeke and Tony Pollard and didn't know what to do with it. They didn't know how to even utilize Tony Pollard until Zeke was gone. Let me know if I'm lying. Yeah. They didn't know what to do with, like, we know what to do with Tony, but not a Pollard. Or we know what to do with Pollard, but not a Tony. So that's just how it goes. And then Tony Pollard, when he finally gotten his chance to shine, he was coming off of an injury. Yeah. So, yeah, Montgomery and Gibbs. But if I had a time machine, and if I were to tell you Zeke and Tony, people would say, yeah, that's a good deal. but the Cowboys didn't know what to do with it. Yeah, that's just for what it is. But, you know, I can tell you here, there's going to be better play design, better callers, and there will be some things that you'll look back on and say, all right, because for what I heard from the grapevine from Steve Simcoe, and I said this a little bit yesterday. Steve Simcoe in Boston College had a guy by the name of Zay Flowers, right? Zay Flowers. Who knows of Zay Flowers, you know? Are we utilizing dudes wrong just from Brandy Mahoney? Yeah. We utilize him. We utilize that deuce in the wrong way, man. But have you ever heard of Zay Flowers, right? And I'm not saying that Cavante Turpin could be him, but what I'm saying is the same guy that called plays that got Zay drafted and got him going in the right direction is here. And he have more implementations now. He told me straight to my face. Ain't no way in the world he falls that far. Mayflower, no. the kid that played for, he came out of Boston College. He plays for the Ravens. Yeah. Hey, they barely started using Turpin at the end. When they started using Turpin at the end, that was his implementations, right? So this team, I get it. You know, we can fall into the traps of thinking that it may be the same. But all I can tell you guys, this team is completely different from how they're going to call things and how they're going to operate from those particular parameters. They're going to have the identity to run the ball, to open up the pass. They're going to look for a more explosive wide receiver. Did I say that out loud? Okay. And they're still looking to draft a running back. Did I say that out loud? So it's about to be something like that. And if this guy falls to this team, because they said drafted early, they got the cliffhanger right here, right? You know, Cowboys on Friday. This could be, with the 12th pick of the NFL draft, you could be Omarion Hampton. Or they could finagle and finesse some things and slide back and still get Omarion Hampton. They like this kid. They like Quinshon Judkins too. They're looking for, look, college is so good. It's so easy to look at the collective team and say, yeah, you know, these things can work. It's so good to look at the collective team and say this will work. It's so easy to look at the collective team and say, man, Ohio State, real good team. Hook 'em Longhorns, real good team. Notre Dame, oh, man, they good. Penn State, oh, man, they good. It's so easy to do those things. But what I encourage you guys to do is look at the player individually and create your own mind to what they would look like, not just by themselves, but with the team that you do have. Like, for example, Hampton didn't have a CeeDee Lamb on his team, right? We got one. Hampton didn't have a Tyler Smith kind of caliber of offensive lineman on his team, right? So now you add that, it's like an elixir, right? It's like, okay, now I can do a little bit more than what I was doing on a college level. And you can apply that same reasoning with my guy, Ashton Genty. There were no dominant wide receiver. There were no good quarterback play. There were no good extreme pieces on that O-line. And you can make the counter argument saying, okay, he was going up against other guys, right? There was going to be accountants and tax preparers and probably executives. These guys are not going to the pros. I get all of that. But what you got to do is somehow figure out a way to isolate the player and then insert that player to what you trying to do. Just like Kendall Paul. The kid ran a 4.27. At his school, yeah, that's good. That's cool. Blazing speed. But we don't have a 4.27 guy on our defense. So if you talking about somebody that can play the deeper thirds, come down, hit field, cover a blade of grass, and also have closing speed with good technique, boom. Now you can have that heads up crazy athlete that all of a sudden you're saying, where did he come from? Oh wow, you know. Ace Boogie, appreciate you, says I'm leaning towards a wide receiver in the first, a running back in the second or third, cornerback, linebacker, or a defensive tackle in the second or third. Yeah. I mean, that could be a thing. That could be a very much so tangible thing. Yeah, it could be very much so a tangible thing. Ladies and gentlemen. 4.2 speed, he can get a McGriddle with an extra salt fast. Hey, get that McGriddle, add extra salt, man. Put some sea salt on mine. I feel you. Yeah. Take care. Appreciate you, Sean. I'll trade back if we can still get a weapon like a wide receiver. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. Cowboy Nation, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I think my stream, let me see if my stream's still streaming. Okay, it's still streaming. I don't know why I got that notification. But Cowboy Nation, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. There will be more and more content, more and more things around the way. Be sure to hit the like button, share this content, let friends and neighbors know where to go. Had to give y'all a short one right today, you know, quickie with this particular deal. But I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all to the stars and back. Be sure, Cowboy Nation, to click the links in the description box. Let's help grow the nation. For real. There'll be more and more content around the corner, around the way, Cowboy Nation. Enjoy your Saturday. Be sure to understand that the nation never sleeps. I got more things that's going to come out in the few. Appreciate all of you all. Let's continue to grind and shine. The marathon shall continue. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you, let's say. Shout out to you, Brendan. Appreciate you. Let's get it. Jerry, I'm meeting with you next, though, you know. Don't forget what you told me now. Come on with it. All right. Yo. Come on. They really say ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation's groove from my studios to yours? And remember, you're listening to absolutely nothing but the best. Salute.